You know, we were talking about last night's State of the Union, and you know who got into how he thinks his policies on tariffs and immigration have impacted the country. Take a look.
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. The good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers. When it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. Why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. They want to cheat, they have cheated, and their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat.
Well, what's so funny is nobody else is on tape saying, can you just find me a couple more votes?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
But fact checkers, this is my favorite thing. Fact checkers had a field day with some of those claims. But will he win any voters over with his stance on the issues? I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
In the past 9 months, he says 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the Union. False, but crossings are down. You know, but yeah, people are still coming
Zero
in.
sounds better.
Zero sounds better, I guess.
But when he says that, you know, they can't win, the Democrats, unless they cheat, that is a projection. Everybody knows that.
That's him.
Everybody knows is the Republicans are going to have trouble in November.
Yeah, but
so that is just a projection, and that's why they have to cheat, because they can't win legitimately.
Yeah.
But I want to mention one thing. He did not say one word about Alex Preddy or Renee Good.
Correct.
No.
Or the
women,
Epstein survivors.
No.
I mean, and that is
they were there.
It is on the same day that we found out that the DOJ is still holding files that include interviews with a witness who accused Trump of sexual abuse when she was 13 or 14 back in the 80s. Those files, we will learn more about them this week. But they have been hiding those files. Thank you, Pam Bondi, for doing your job. Nuts.
Yeah.
And according to Representative Robert Garcia, that is what I'm quoting him right now. So he's not going to mention that. He pretends that they're not even there. And the two people that the ICE shot, not a word about
Not a word.
no.
Not a word.
No.
And that was despicable and disgusting. The other thing is he celebrated and he said 2.4 million Americans were lifted off of SNAP benefits. That means Americans lost their SNAP benefits. That means Americans lost
those
food.
benefits.
He cut them. They lost
food.
They lost money.
Yeah.
They lost the health insurance. And the African-American unemployment rate is up over 8%, highest than it's been in over 5 years, because 300,000 African-American women have lost their jobs due to the cutting of the federal government jobs. It is disgusting, it is despicable, and for him to stand there and say that we are in a better place now economically, that he is our savior, I really, really hope that people that are thinking about still voting for him, voting for the Republican Party.
Think again.
I hope they think again.
Here's the thing. Our biggest challenge, well said.
I hope they do.
Our biggest challenge when it comes to confronting Trump has to do with how we confront the constant stream of lies. It's incredibly hard because they come at you so hard and so fast. But for the purpose of going forward, I think the most important thing that he said in this speech was in the middle when he was laying the narrative for the next election fraud. I mean, he has a playbook. We can see it coming a mile away. He's going to target immigrant communities. He's going to accuse them of voter fraud, and then he's going to use his power. He's going to abuse it to try to find the votes again. So I want everyone to be wide open about why he's saying these things, because I've seen too many Republicans say, well, it's not going to happen again. I saw January 6th. You did too. Don't forget it.
Yeah.